What's up, guys? I'm Johnny Fandom, and I'm here to talk about all things fandom, such as Disney, Star Wars, Harry Potter, whatever you name it, I talk about it. And if you love fandom theories discussions, then you come to the right channel, because that's all I do. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. Today, we are talking about the most evilest, tormentive, disruptive villain of Toy Story. The original villain of Toy Story. And that is Sid. Sid is so vicious. Sid vicious. That's funny. Anyway, Sid is so vicious that he's doing this torment to the toys, and he's even know that they know on like that they actually feel it, and they actually, are alive. Like, he has no idea that these toys that he's destroying are hurting because of him. He just thinks they're pieces of plastic, just child's playthings.
Now you're an action figure. You are a child's plaything.
He doesn't find out about them being alive until the end. But we can't entirely blame Sid. You might be asking yourself, why? Sid made monstrous creatures out of his toys, tore off his sister's doll heads. He went to go strap a rocket to Buzz and was going to blow him off into space. Why are you saying we can't blame him? Well, let's get into it. We can't blame Sid because of his upbringing. We see Andy growing up with his mom, happy family, him, his sister, his mom, going through life. It's tough. She's a single mom. She's bringing him up, but Andy has his toys, his imagination to carry him forward. Sid, on the other hand, doesn't have that. Sid actually has both parents. We never see his mom. We just hear his mom yell from the distance. We see a glimpse of his father, and it's not necessarily a good one. Sid goes through the whole movie. We see him tormenting his sister's toys. We see him operating on other toys. We even see him tormenting Buzz with the magnifying glass, and Woody with the magnifying glass, and we see him blowing up toys in the backyard, and we see Sid going to the arcade. Doesn't hang out with anyone, doesn't really show that he has friends. We see Andy have friends because they come over for his birthday party, but Sid doesn't really seem like he has friends. He seems like he's kind of a loner. He takes his anger out on the whack-a-mole
Oh no!
type game that's actually aliens coming out of the chest of the astronaut. He plays the arcade, he plays the claw machine, and he plays the alien claw machine in order to get an alien literally to just toss it to his dog. He has no connection to the toys. He has no imagination. He has no, he's sad. He is sad on the inside. And the reason for that is because of the way he was brought up. And we'll get into that in more detail after I take a nice quick drink. make sure you go to repsports.com. That's REPP sports.com. Use coupon code Johnny Huey. Save yourself 15% off and get yourself the best damn energy drink and a ton of other dietary supplements. At repsports.com. So, we do see a glimpse of Sid's father. However, he's sitting in a lounge chair watching TV. He's got a bunch of mounts on the wall, so he's a hunter, or was a hunter at some point. We also see a guitar in the corner. So he's a musician. Cool. Your father's a musician. That's awesome. But then we also see a bunch of grape soda cans all over the floor. Like all over the floor. Now, because of the Disney film, I think the grape soda is a way of basically saying that they're beer cans. And Sid's fathers are drunk. So, here's my thoughts on this. Sid's fathers are drunk because he was happy. He was happy being a musician. He could have been in a band. He could have been like going on tour and all this cool stuff. Going on hunting trips with his buddies. Awesome. Lots of cool, fun things that he was probably doing. Then he met Sid's mom. She got pregnant, had Sid, and his life was ruined. His music career went downhill. Couldn't go out hunting because he had to take care of Sid. And he took it out on Sid. He beat Sid. He tormented Sid. He probably tormented him. He just was not a great father. And the reason Sid breaks his toys is because growing up, that's what his father did. His father broke his toys when he got mad at him. He would, rip the heads off the toys like that. So Sid mentally just like, that's how he learned about toys, like that they break and they come apart. So he just got this thing into his head where he would destroy toys because that's what was embedded in his mind at a young age. And then he would also recreate these new toys out of those ones that were destroyed. Maybe when he was younger and his father would break his toys, he would try to piece together his toys to say, he wanted his toys back, but he would try to piece them together in a Frankenstein fashion, and that's how we get the hooker and the baby head on the spider legs. And then we hear Sid's mom, who just sounds so cheerful. Yelling up to, come down for dinner, whatever it may be. But I think she is just off on the side, being the breadwinner, just trying to make ends meet, and just trying to stay away from Sid's father, because I guarantee you he's not that nice to her either. If you also look at their house in general, everything is so outdated, like beyond outdated compared to the other houses that we do see in the Toy Story franchise. So my thoughts are this is like Sid's grandparents' house that they moved into because they had no other place to go, and it's just that outdated and they haven't had time to update it. But what about Sid's sister? She gets tormented by Sid, but I think she is protected by the mother, so the father doesn't take anything out on her. He just takes all frustration out on Sid. So that is why I think Sid is misunderstood. Sid is not the true villain. The true villain is Sid's father, in a way. So we need to understand that Sid's upbringing was not a great one. We need to look out for him and comfort him. Although, at the end of the second film, when he realizes the toys are alive, something snapped up there, and I think he definitely changed his mind because we see him working as a garbage man later on. So, he changed, which is good. So, comment down below your thoughts on Sid, and let me know if there's any other theories that you thought about or any other things you want me to discuss, and I will discuss them down below. I'll discuss them in another video. You put them down below. Also, make sure you hit that button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys. But before we go, make sure you check out these 2 videos, and make sure you hit that join button. When you hit that join button, you get content just for you. Also, a ton of other perks, like free merchandise and free things like that. Also, I have a Patreon page. You go to my Patreon page, same thing. You get video there that is just for Patreon users. And you get free merchandise and other perks as well. So go check out my Patreon, hit that join button. It really helps. It really supports me so I can continue doing this for you. Also, I have a podcast. Go to my Spotify podcast, link in the description down below. And while you're down there, check out the merch store. Get some merch. See you guys next time.